Hey guys, Voiceover Jay here, and welcome to our ship tour of the Royal Caribbean Grandeur of the Seas. We sailed her in May 2018 out of Baltimore on a New England and Canada itinerary. Here we're starting with just a few shots of the exterior of the ship. I think that first one was Boston. Here we have St. John in the fog. And this one is, I believe, Halifax. Starting off our tour appropriately enough on Deck 4 in the Centrum lobby. A little shaky footage there, but this was our very first look at the ship, and we were excited. Here is where they had the Captain Champagne reception. They would have all sorts of music and things going out here. Some dance parties, and they would do Zumba. This is sort of the where everything would really happen here. They had these racks there in the lobby where you could pick up your cruise compass for the day, and a little miniature ship model just in case you missed any exterior shots. You could just film that and pretend. Here we are heading over to the R bar, the main bar in the lobby. This turned out to be our main watering hole for our sailing. Very friendly staff, super good drinks, very consistent. We just love this particular bar so much. Royal Caribbean Online, that's their little internet cafe area here. There's the pricing for the per-day internet on our sailing. And the section here is kind of like a little business center you would see in a hotel. Tons of computer stations, a printer, anything you can need. And then wandering back on Deck 4, we have the Great Gatsby dining room. Here we are checking out our table. A few more slightly backlit shots here from the ground level of the dining room. There were 2 stories here. The chairs, they had arms on the chairs, but they were not uncomfortable. I'm a bigger guy, but I found the chairs quite pleasant. This is a sort of a buffet bar type setup that they had going on, I believe, for breakfast on a sea day. We only ate breakfast in here, I believe, one sea day. For port days, it was off the menu and they would bring it to you. But for the sea day, they seem to do this kind of thing where you get it yourself. Here's the salad bar for lunch. Dee getting her salad made. They would sort of prep it there for you and take it back to that other table and chop, chop, chop. And they made these really nice chopped salads. This was probably one of the food highlights of the entire trip, was that salad bar at lunch. Little waiters having fun action there. Swan Guy having a ball. Dee also having a ball as she pretends she's on the Titanic walking down the grand staircase as we move up to Deck 5, the upper level of the Great Gatsby dining room. Again, you can get a closer look at those chairs. They were pretty nice wide chairs. There's some Zumba happening in the lobby as we pass back through on Deck 5. A few panoramic shots that I'm so fond of, and my camera doing some weird gyroscopic twisty action there. But yeah, they would usually have some sort of music going, always something fun happening here in the lobby. Moving in through the casino. This was embarkation day, so the place is empty. Everything is closed, obviously, still, until we get out in international waters. Sort of an Egyptian theme going on for parts of this, it looks like. Like I said, this was our first Royal Caribbean adventure, so we're just marveling and making our way around the ship and seeing everything that we can see. Here we are passing back through on a different day when the casino was fully open, everybody having fun, gambling away, everything in full swing. Well, this was actually on the last night. We had gotten back into the Chesapeake Bay and the casino was already closed down, so a couple more shots as we pass through. Everything so bright and shiny and tempting. Moving forward on Deck 5, we come to the Palladium Theater, the main show lounge. Entering on, this is the ground floor. It's 2 levels, and this is the main bottom level of the theater. We'll see here in a second, but we looked at the chairs down here, and the chairs, for me being a bigger guy, they looked a little bit tight, so we chose not to sit down here a whole lot. They had some bigger seating and things up on the balcony, which we'll see here in a second, and we spent a lot of time up there. But pretty good sized theater. Here we are moving up to deck 6 in the Palladium Theater. You can see they've got some like double benches and things like that. They showed movies in here, and of course the main production shows, comedians, all sorts of stuff. Here's my nice panoramic shot from the sound booth up to the main stage. Trying to be artistic, you know. Not a whole lot of obstructed views. Well, you can see a pole coming in there, but it didn't seem to be really that annoying. Lots of open space and nothing really blocking your view, it seemed. Sometimes those little bars in the front there would get in the way, but that was the view from, this is where we typically sat, right there on the balcony. Moving into the Centrum shops, they had your standard array of stores. This was the souvenir type store. We have all sorts of tumblers and clothing and lanyards, and you can see Quicksilver and Roxy and brands like that. There's some Guess. They also had the store with watches and jewelry, cigarettes and alcohol, anything your heart desires. Here we are in Facets, which is the watch and jewelry store. And Cafe Latte Tudes, pun approved. But where you can go to get your Java fix, there's a quick shot of the menu. This is the Pay Coffee Bar. The items in the cabinet here, I believe, were free. There was no charge for those. We didn't get any of them, so I can't confirm, but I'm 96.2% sure that those were free. Ben & Jerry's ice cream, not so much. That was pay per scoop, but still nice to see. A nice offering here at the coffee bar. Moving over to the photo gallery, we didn't spend a ton of time in here. We rifled through and saw a few of our photos, but didn't end up buying any. So not a ton of time spent here, but always fun to flip through there and find yourself. Passing back through the Centrum lobby on our way aft here, a few more shots. This one I think was actually taken from deck 7 if you count the decks, but shh, don't tell anybody. That's a secret. The Schooner Bar, heading back on deck 6 here. We're heading toward the aft. This was a cute little nautical themed bar. They had the piano in here, and the piano player would be entertaining in the nighttime. There's the actual bar section that we just passed by. This is where they would also have trivia and things like that. Very cute, very themed. I like it. The seating was very comfortable. Those couches, we enjoyed sitting on those couches and racking our brains and trying to earn all sorts of trivia prizes. Moving back toward the aft now, we have the South Pacific Lounge. This is where they would have bingo. They would do karaoke back here. They had the Quest game show and some other little games like that back here. Right over here to the left is the actual bar. We didn't really, they weren't open a whole lot. You see the seating looks kind of low there for tall people. I'm 6'5", and D is 6 feet, so a little short seating, but the bar didn't seem to be open a lot, so we don't really have a lot of experience with that South Pacific bar. They've got that Loyalty Lounge back there too, but we did not get into that because this was our first Royal Caribbean sailing, and we were locked out of that Loyalty Lounge. Here we are back at karaoke. The karaoke setup was a little awkward. You can see you kind of had to stand and face away from the crowd in order to sing. So you pretty much, they're looking at your back the entire time there. A little awkward, but still fun. Moving up to deck 9 now, which is the next major deck of interest. We've come to the outside, looking up at the observatory there, and heading back aft to check out the solarium. This was a nice little indoor space, especially with ours being a cold weather cruise. And they had the park cafe back here. They've got an indoor pool. We're just kind of panning away from the bar there. A couple of whirlpools on the side. Really nice place to spend some time. Here's the pool rules, just in case you need to learn those and abide by them. Passing by one of the whirlpools. We didn't actually get in the pool or whirlpools, but a lot of people did. It looked awesome. There's the park cafe and the beverage stations back here where we discovered the enhanced water, lemon lime, and strawberry kiwi. Really enjoyed that. A couple closer shots of the park cafe. Some of the lunch offerings up here amid the glare, if you can read those. Here is a breakfast shot at the Park Cafe. Pastries, pre-made burritos, English muffin sandwiches, grits, oatmeal, fruit, yogurt parfaits. This for lunchtime, this is the salad bar, sort of a smaller version of the one you could get in the dining room where this gentleman would assemble a salad for you. The ones in the dining room were chopped salads, and this was just a salad. Little shot of the sweeteners and the tea array here at the Park Cafe area in the solarium. And late night snacks. Most any night you could come back here and get yourself some nachos and some pizza, maybe even some nachos on pizza if you've seen our vlog series. And a few more shots passing through the solarium on different days and nights, mostly empty a lot of the time. But it looks like a great place to hang out. Moving back outside to the main pool area now. Again, this area did not get a ton of use because we were headed north in early May and it was not quite warm enough to get in this outdoor pool. But you can see the big screen there, and there's going up to the pool bar, which I think we're getting ready to check out the pool bar here in a second. A few more shots of the pool. Oh yeah, quick pan over to the pool bar. Again, we didn't spend a ton of time here at the pool bar, but oh, some excitement happening. That was some super excitement. Oh, because of the long pirate iced tea. That did get us excited. More shots of the pool, the observatory. These were just some random days as we were passing by. Big screen. They would show movies out here. Not super popular for our sailing, and of course here's the pool in the rain and fog and various awesome conditions. Moving a little forward on deck 9, we've got the ice cream machines and the beverage station. I put the little flashy dot on the map over in the Windjammer Cafe area because I think this is considered sort of a wing of the Windjammer Cafe, but we'll be getting to the main Windjammer here in a second. So here we are going past the washy-washy hand sanitizer lady to check out the lunch offerings at the Windjammer Cafe. We came up here quite a few times. We didn't, we ate breakfast up here a few times, lunch up here a few times. We did not check out dinner, but here are some of the lunch options. There's burgers and dogs happening. Dessert, of course, all kinds of cookies and good-looking things. Pasta, and, well, pizza, which is not technically pasta. We were amazed at the variety of food that was up here. I mean, all sorts of stuff. This, it looks like we've switched over to a breakfast day now. We have grits and oatmeal and fruit and all sorts of breakfasty looking things. Got a little crowded up here at times. You see, I would try to like sneak a shot and then somebody would kind of walk by and I'd pan over and sneak another quick little shot. So we got some jagged footage up here. Oh, this section I liked a lot. They had hard-boiled eggs, baked beans, they had fried rice, all this stuff up here for breakfast. Very international. And some fruit smoothies, which were not super cold, but they were still good. The donut bar, where you could grab a donut and top it with all your favorite toppings. Which, of course, I did. Yeah, here's some more sort of, I keep saying jagged footage, where I just kind of grab a shot. Look at all these people. Look at that guy. Look at that lady. Look at Ricky's back. There's some soup and some bread. There's Ricky's back again. As we head up here to the salad bar, this is the Get It Yourself salad bar. Still awesome. Now moving to the Vitality Spa and Fitness Center. Well, we've jumped all the way from the front of the ship to the back of the ship. Some of this is probably a little bit out of order. They had the hair salon there. If you go up the stairs here to deck 10 in the back, you've got all the actual exercise equipment. Of course, Dee giving it a test there. Treadmills looking out over the water. All sorts of stuff. I, of course, know what all these machines are. Anyone who knows me knows I am an avid fan of the gym, and we'll see, I do know that's an elliptical. So, see, I'm proving myself wrong, but I could probably count on one hand the number of times I've been to a gym. There's some weights and, you know, benches and things. And, oh, spin class. I do know that. Those bicycles. A little aerobics area. And outside, on the back, on deck 10, we have the rock climbing wall, which none of our group climbed, but it looks fun. Moving back up to the front of Deck 10, we have the Video Arcade, which was not terribly large. They probably had about 12 machines. You've got like these 4 over to the right-hand side that you can kind of get on and ride and play, and then you've got some crane games and other things over here to the left. So not huge, but it looks like a lot of fun. Behind this area was the Teen Center, which we did not go into. Then moving just out here, we have the Kids Area Adventure Ocean. Dee thought it would be good to grab one of these so that we could kind of show off the little booklets you can pick up outside here in this area to get your hours of operation, your activities, and things like that for the kids. Good to know. We have a few shots here on the exterior of Deck 10. This is a little bit of the sail away. Get kind of a few pans of the open decks in the areas up here. Again, cold weather, we didn't spend a ton of time outside. This is a little footage of us getting ready to go under the bridge. Didn't see any red hot chili peppers up here, but that is all right. And of course the funnel looking back to the aft as we have just cleared the bridge. Making our way on Deck 11 up to the front, we come to the Viking Crown Lounge. I think this was the first day they had the Concierge Club area there, which we could not get into. But just checking out the Viking Crown Lounge in the daytime, lots of great views looking out the windows from the observatory. There's the bar area, looking out toward the big screen. You could watch the movies from up in the lounge, but there was no sound pumped in, so couldn't really watch the movies. Looking down to the lobby from the lounge. And then at night, this was the Disco Club. Now, a lot of nights we had the disco to ourselves. This was sort of an older crowd. So not a whole lot of disco excitement, but there's Dee getting her boogie on. All the lights, all the music, and the excitement. One more shot there of the movie screen in the dark with the pool. One thing we did like is around the ship they had all these touch screens. You could learn about all the specialty restaurants, the menu items, and things like that. They've got these ones. Here's one of the navigational ones where you can punch in your stateroom number and it'll show you exactly how to get to your room. They've got the actual digital deck maps there. You've got the whole activity guide up there, and you just hit the Map It button and it will tell you how to get from where you are to where you need to be. Outside most of the elevators, they had this little sort of side cutaway and the above cutaway of the decks, making navigation very convenient. And I believe this is our last shot coming down the glass elevator into oblivion. So that is it for this video. If you have not watched the actual vlogs from this trip, we had a great time, and you can head over to our channel and check those out. But thanks again for watching the ship tour. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, become a Paromaniac today. Make sure you socialize all our media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And until next time, rock on!